I've got a No Man's Sky video covering the storage upgrades in the Waypoint update. As you can see, the upgrades can get quite expensive, but if I jump into difficulty settings, I can reduce the cost to a much more acceptable level. So if you go down to crafting and item settings and set purchases to free, then go back to the Exosuit upgrade, you'll notice it's not free but at a discounted level. This ironically made me quite happy. So let's jump back into the difficulty settings and reduce a few more things. Of course there's crafting stuff for free. At the moment I think that's game breaking, but might be useful for other players during the transition, but I'll get to that in another video, as this video is a guide about storage and all the changes. So let's go to the anomaly and double check that the prices are the same there. When I go to the third kiosk on the left, check the price for the standard upgrade. Yep, 1000k and 2000k. Change my settings to free, but it's actually discounted. Go back to the Exosuit upgrade. It's now 33k and 66k. So let's head to a space station and check all the available upgrades there. A bit later in the video I'll also go into detail about how to upgrade properly. I've landed at the space station, let's jump over to the other side. First thing we're going to check is the reduced upgrade for the Multitool. 16 million units, poof, even at a reduced rate, that's quite high. The Exosuit upgrade is the same as the other places, but that will get more expensive as you upgrade. Now let's have a look at the Starship storage upgrades. Nearly 25 million. Right, let's reset our difficulty setting back to normal. Check the Starship storage upgrades again. The normal price is 75 million. Up next, the Exosuit storage and technology upgrades. 100k and 200k, that gets more expensive as you progress, they all do I think. The final place in the space station, the Multitool upgrades. 50 million plus per slot. So it's up to you if you want to do the reduced rate or play the game at the standard rate. The fact it's not free means it's not exactly game breaking, and I hope that doesn't really get fixed in the update, but I'll go into more detail on that in my next video. But up next is how to install the upgrades, as that feature has changed just slightly. It no longer does it automatically. Okay, I've reduced my difficulty settings for this demonstration. Right, now we can go and upgrade my Starship. What's changed is when you purchase storage now, you have to select the slot that you want to upgrade. And when you've upgraded the technology section, you can see some little cogs that appear. That means that slot is upgraded. Be careful not to select that slot again, because I think a bit of code is missing, which means it will take the money again. So manually select the blank slots that haven't been upgraded yet. And it looks like you can only get 30 technology slots on your Starship at the moment. I have no doubt they'll be adding more slots in the future, because the whole point of this update was to get around the fact that they couldn't upgrade the slots any further. They'd box themselves into a corner. And yes, I know, this update, even though it might be necessary, is very annoying. And yes, when it comes to the cargo slots, you have to manually select them as well. But this time it's a little square in the corner that indicates that it's been unlocked. And the Exosuit upgrades? It's the same process, you have to select the ones you want to upgrade. But as you only get one of those upgrades per space station, remember to call in your anomaly. head to the back of the anomaly. And pick up that one upgrade as well. So that will only be 2 per star system, which means jumping around to a lot of star systems to get fully upgraded. And remember, always reset to normal when you're finished. That way you won't completely spoil your game because you're taking just some of the grind out. Okay, next up, my freighter. As you can see, I have no storage augments for my freighter. But of course, if I go to my difficulty settings and set it all to the low settings again, I can install the cargo bulkheads for free, which I'm, not too sure about. I do worry if that's killing the game for me a little bit. But next up is the increased storage in other areas of the game. So at the back of my freighter, I've got my storage containers. And as you can see, they've doubled in size and applies to all 10 storage containers. But last up, let's go and check my ExoCrafts. The first one I'm going to check is my Minotaur. A lot of technology and cargo storage there. Let's get out on my Minotaur and jump into my Colossus. Well, the Colossus has a ridiculous amount of technology upgrades as well as storage. The Pilgrim's up next. Obviously it's a smaller vehicle, so not as much technology or cargo. The Nomad, like the Pilgrim, also a small vehicle. But the storage and cargo upgrades on the ExoCrafts are very much appreciated. And let's be honest, we are desperately needed. I'm going to check the Roma last. I know the Nautilin's there, but I'll leave that. And the Roma, being a mid-level vehicle, it's got mid-level storage and technology slots. Well, that update's very useful. It makes the ExoCrafts very viable again. After all, the only time that I ever used the ExoCrafts was in survival mode and permadeath mode, as the storage was a serious issue over in those modes. Oh, and before you go, one last thing. If you visit the choreographer in the space station, he's now selling Exosuit upgrade charts, which are going to cost 3 navigation data. If you're lucky, you'll get them out of those little blue boxes that are scattered around the space station. But better still, if you go back to your ExoCraft, the Roma should do, and you've installed the ExoCraft radar, you can select scan for drop pods right from that menu. And the great thing about the ExoCraft is once you've visited that drop pod, you can scan again and keep doing it until you cover the whole planet. Also, the materials you need, you'll find scattered around the drop pod. And this method will save you quite a lot of units as well. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Oh, and the bell thingy. And of course, thank you for watching. See you all later.